Did you guys see the note that Uncle Louis sent to his mom?
Yeah, I saw that one.
It is the sweetest thing.
This is how his nieces and nephews have come to know Uncle Louis.
All of his Marine buddies signed and put a little saying.
Through photos and stories told over and over.
He enjoyed life, I think, you know.
One of 5 children from a South Carolina family, Louis Oscar McIntosh loved them all, especially little sister Juanita.
I guess he was quite the character. She used to tell stories about it all the time as they grew up, and they were very close.
Now, Juanita's children have gathered in Sister Gloria Duggar's home to share stories of Uncle Louis as an 18-year-old Marine in World War II.
He was an island hopper. They would go from island to island, clearing the islands and getting ready to get to an island that they can set up an Air Force base that can reach Japan.
The Battle of Saipan started in June of '44, lasting nearly a month. A celebrated American victory, but it came at a heavy cost. 3,500 Marines died.
They thought he had gone after ammunition, and they don't know what happened.
During this time, the U.S. banned the return of overseas war dead. Money went to fighting, and soldiers were buried in temporary military cemeteries throughout Europe and the Pacific theaters. Without a body or ID tags, families like that of Louis McIntosh were left to wonder.
She never knew if maybe he was in a prison camp, you know, or if he'd been tortured, or, you know, what really happened to him.
Juanita married, settling in Northeast Ohio. As she raised her family, Louis was never far from her mind. In her late 80s, she submitted DNA, still hoping for answers. Juanita died in August of 2021 at the age of 92. The family all but forgot about the DNA until a phone call this spring out of the blue.
And he says, "We have information about your Uncle Louis, and I'd like to talk to you."
On the other end,
Hi.
Donovan Mansfield, head of the repatriation program for the United States Marine Corps.
We have individuals all over the world that are in sites working off historical data, trying to find remains that have not been recovered yet.
These programs exist for every branch of the military. Mansfield and his team have cases from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and even the Cold War. As science advances, more remains are being identified, and in an act of abiding love, Juanita's DNA is bringing her brother home.
My mom would have been thrilled. I mean, she could finally say, okay, I know where my brother, what happened to him.
No one saw how he died, so it's just listed here as homicide.
On June 4th, an ID brief took place at Gloria Duggar's home. The family would finally get some answers.
It is a massive, massive effort that leads to where we're sitting today.
And make final arrangements to honor their uncle. It is decided he will be buried in Arlington Cemetery with full military honors, provided and paid for by the United States government, fulfilling a commitment to the nation's servicemen and women.
It doesn't matter what branch of service, that no one's left behind. And we do mean that literally, even going back to our Marines that served in World War II, that we're doing everything in our power to bring you home to your loved ones, and that you're never forgotten.
The day is about Private McIntosh and finally bringing him home. But bittersweet thoughts of Juanita are never far away.
And she would have been the happiest person in the world to have been, you know, gotten that phone call. She's in heaven with him now, so that's okay.
Maureen Kyle, 3 News.